Hello, it's Marty from Love Inspiration here, and welcome to this next lesson in the energy-based healing meditation. We've just done a Yusui Reiki practice, and we've also introduced you to Kundalini Reiki and Celestine Reiki, and we've introduced you to the idea of an attunement and what this means. So with this, you may now be starting to do some practice, and you may have selected something that works for you, and you may have now received an attunement, either from us or from someone else. And when you're doing your practice, now this is the time when questions start to arise because you're doing the practice yourself. And with this lesson, we just want to introduce you to some little techniques and little tips which may help you in your energy-based healing practice. And the three things I want to cover here are affirmations and working with affirmations, visualizations and how to work with visualizations, and also how this correlates with the intention. Firstly, let's look at affirmations. So we've talked about so far how important it is to open ourselves up. We've spoken of, for example, in the Celestine Reiki series, we set the intention and then we receive the energy for 8 to 12 minutes. So as this 8 to 12 minutes is going on, there can be many things happening within our mind. The mind is sometimes very busy, sometimes there's many thoughts coming, and this can be a little bit of a distraction for our meditation. This can be a little bit of an obstacle in some ways. So the affirmations that we're going to describe here and this technique for you may help you to stay more focused and to receive more energy. So coming back to the idea that we just want to be open to receive the Celestine Reiki, for example, we might use an affirmation like something like, I open myself up to divine love, or I open myself up to divine light, or I open up. And you are able to gently and lovingly continue and repeat, I open myself up with love. I open myself up with love, and in your mind, not out loud, it's not necessary, but in your mind, you're just telling yourself, I'm opening with love. Particularly with energy-based meditations, the role of affirmations can really help us to open up to this light, and it can help us to confirm in our mind that there is light coming. And this may sound a little silly, but it definitely helps us to really just soften the energy and receive. And this is a key part of energy-based healing. We need to receive. We're being showered in light and love, as our intention at the start has said, please come and help me. Now the divinely guided energies are helping as we practice these affirmations like I open up to receive, I open up to receive with love. These types of affirmations really help us to receive these energies, help to more effectively receive the energies so that our obstacles and our healing issues can be cleared away. And this is one very important aspect of affirmations. Ssecondly, the affirmations also help to keep our mind focused. So when you're doing your energy-based meditation, you might be feeling very shanti, very peaceful as the energies are coming in and doing their work. But equally so, your mind can drift off. Your mind can go to other things, other important things. Maybe you have something coming up in your life, you have a problem with a friend, or you have some issues that you need to digest, and the mind needs to go around and find a solution for you. So all of these things can come into your meditation. So through the use of affirmations, we can just really focus ourselves on the meditation and on what we're trying to do, which is to open up and receive these energies. And in this way, it can be very helpful. I just want to also talk about this a little bit more with thoughts coming into the mind during meditation and what this can actually help us with. I've said that affirmations can be helpful, and they definitely can be as a technique, but equally so, having our thoughts come and go can equally be beneficial. As we become more aware of our thoughts and as we become more mindful of our thoughts, this can really help us to heal and to move forwards. Quite often in my meditations, when they're mostly energy-based, I'll be in a very nice state of bliss or peacefulness, and I'll see my thoughts. I will be more aware of my thoughts, and all of a sudden I'll have of course, I need to do this. And this is like a little mini realization. And there's a few different perspectives about what this is. We talked about the divinely guided aspects of the system, and it's my belief that these types of thoughts are coming with these energies. We are very, very peaceful. We're in this place of stillness, and when we're in this place of stillness, those types of thoughts, if we're aware of them, can really, really help us to resolve life issues. So in the previous lesson, I spoke about mindfulness, one of the early lessons, and I said in that I always practice mindfulness in conjunction with energy-based healing and meditation, and this is what I meant. When I'm practicing with energy-based healing or energy-based meditation, it's also equally important to practice with mindfulness, so you can pick up these little gems that come into your mind stream during these types of meditation. So when I speak of affirmations, I want to make it clear that affirmations are very important, but also look out for these other types of mindfulness practices. So as always, it will become a balance for you. Okay, so the next tool I want to talk about is visualization. When we're in our meditative state, and particularly when we're calling on the higher vibrations of energy or divinely guided energies, it can be helpful for us to visualize. So we've talked about the idea of opening ourselves up through affirmations. If we were to open ourselves up with visualizations, it might be a similar process as we discussed in the love light, whereby we open ourselves up to a giant sun, or you may be a religious person who you may have a series of gods, or maybe Jesus, or whoever you connect to. For me, I often open myself up and I visualize my guru. So there are many different ways that you can connect to these series of energies. In these energy-based meditation practices, we've set our intention at the start to connect with Yusui Reiki or Kundalini Reiki or Celestine Reiki. So these don't have a form as such. So we can just visualize light. Visualizing white light is very good to receive these energies. So this is one very basic aspect of visualization, whereby we just open ourselves up and receive the light. Another tool I want to discuss with the visualizing is the idea of shining out and expanding the concept of who we are, really. So without getting into too much detail of the teachings here in this basic series, it's taught to us that we are much more than this physical body. We are actually much more than the physical realm. We go far beyond in the idea that we are all interconnected, which is it's often described as being in oneness. So using visualization to expand this concept of ourself can also be really powerful as we start to work with divinely guided energies. So let me explain a little bit how it might go for your meditation. You might use visualization to bring in the energies, and then you might visualize that you are just floating in space. You might visualize that the energy is coming and you're just feeling spaciousness and vastness, and you might visualize whatever connects with you to do this. For me, I often visualize with space because space is a very expansive and far-reaching, and it really works for me and my energy. So when I start my meditations, I'll connect and open up and receive, and then after some time, when I feel more connected and more peaceful and more still, then I will start to work with these expansive type visualizations. So this is more of an advanced technique, but I think it's also important to share with you because this is a very, very powerful technique. We've talked a little bit in these previous meditations when we spoke about loving kindness and love light, how important it is that we expand our intention, because when we expand our intention, we seem to receive more energy. And this is really very true in all energy-based meditation and healing practices also. By expanding our intention and wanting those energies to permeate all things, to help all beings, to be happy and free from suffering, we also receive more. It's almost like we are a channel for these divinely guided energies to go to the whole universe if we can. And this visualization of space and shining out can really help you to expand the energies you're working with, intensify the energies that you're working with, and to bring about a very strong amount of healing within yourself and others. One teaching we've received as Love Inspiration as part of this idea that the earth is moving to a new vibration is the idea of unity, and the idea that if we work with these practices and we work with an altruistic intention, the healing that we ourselves receive is far more significant. It's far more intensive and far more purified. So with these types of visualizations, we can really expand our practice and move towards more light in our own being. So this is definitely an important aspect. And there's many different ways to work with visualizations. So lastly, please make this your own. Different visualizations that work for me won't work for you. Some visualizations that work for you won't work for me. We're all different, and this is wonderful. So please make this your own practice, and be creative and do whatever it is that makes your meditation more enjoyable, more peaceful, and more vibrationally uplifting and still. This is a very important point. So I hope you enjoy working with visualizations. The last thing I want to cover in this video is just how affirmations and visualizations really help to crystallize our intention and just the importance of this concept of intention. We've talked a number of times about intention and how we expand our intention towards an altruistic intention actually, but we can expand our intention, and with that comes more benefit for us and for all. And in any type of healing, anyone will tell you that it's very important to set the intention. Sometimes there will be issues that we have in ourselves. Ultimately, we need to help ourselves so we can help others. So there will definitely be times when you need to set the intention, please help with my heart, or please help with clearing away my sore leg, or can you please come and help me with my sore shoulder and get rid of my bad back, or please help me to be less angry. These are intentions that we can set which basically calibrate the healing. So we become more specific, and what that helps to do is that the energies can then come to those areas which are creating the sore leg. It might not be a problem, you might have a pain in your hip, but the energy blockage might be here. So by saying, please help me with my sore hip, the energy, the divinely guided energy, will flow to that blockage which is causing that. And with time and with some practice, and it will help you to move towards these more states of well-being. So the intention is very, very important. Setting the intention, being expansive as possible, but working with the intention in a way that you feel is best for you and for others. This is not different for energy-based healing, as we were discussing in another series. With energy-based healing, we set the intention to help the other person, or the animal, or the earth, or whatever we are treating or healing or sharing love with. So for the energy-based meditations, there will, as I said, there will be many times when you want to bring healing into a particular issue, and please just set your intention. Lastly, on that intention, just to wrap this up, I wanted to bring together the affirmations with the visualizations into the attention. And what I mean by this is the visualizations, by imagining that the sun is shining down, is helping your intention. It's helping to set your intention just with images. So by imagining that you're opening up and you're receiving the light, you might feel the warmth on your head as you become engrossed in this visualization. Actually, it's helping you to create your intention, and this is a very important relationship between visualizations and intentions. And the same with affirmations. By saying, I open up to receive with love, I open up to receive with love, I open up to receive with love, you are setting your intention to receive energy. So affirmations, visualizations help us to create our intention, and actually the affirmations help us to hold the intention during our practice, and this is why they can be very important. So I hope this helps you to understand the importance of intention, and I hope this helps to give you some techniques that will help your practice grow so that you can use affirmations and visualizations to help create very loving, positive, beneficial intentions for your practice.